Before I get into this video, I just want to make this quick disclaimer. Saving money can be good. In fact, saving money is far from the worst thing that you can do with your money. As somebody who has made a decent amount of money for his age and has blown it all, take it from me. There are much worse things that you can do with money than save it. So I'm not saying that saving is something that you should never do, or that you should not have a savings account and actively put money in it, or that you shouldn't have an emergency fund. That said, you need to understand that if you think that saving money is the key to having a lot of money, you are brutally mistaken for various reasons. The first of which being that inflation is greater than the interest rate for most savings accounts. Now listen, I'm not a financial advisor, but what I do know is that the rate of inflation, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, is generally, in periods of stability, around 4%. 4%. So things are getting 4% more expensive year after year after year. Your savings account, unless you have some sort of special savings account that allows you to get more than 4%. If that's the case, comment it down below. Stop gatekeeping so that I can put my money there. But as far as I've seen, most savings accounts offer 1 to 2% interest rates, meaning that when your money is in the savings account, it is growing by 1 or 2%. And the reason why this is a problem is because your money is literally becoming less valuable year after year after year. It's becoming 2% less valuable, assuming that you have a 2% interest rate for your savings account, which I believe is pretty standard for most savings accounts. And the rate of inflation is 4%. 4 minus 2 is 2. So that 2% difference is how much money you're losing every single year, even though the number itself might be the same. That $10,000 is still $10,000. The purchasing power of that $10,000 is getting smaller and smaller, which is why when people in 1975 went to the store with $1, they could damn near get a whole entire meal. You go to the store with $1 today, and I don't even know if you can get anything. I don't even think you can get a bag of chips for $1 in this day and age, at least not in the US. You can't get anything for $1. And in another 40 or 50 years, it's going to be even worse. So thinking that you can just put the money in your account and that money will continue to help you get to a space of financial freedom is, well, not a true sentiment. It's false. You're not going to get rich by saving money, plain and simple. Now, the next reason why saving money is keeping you broke is because saving money oftentimes creates limiting beliefs about selling things. This is something that it took me a very long time to realize. I'm going to give you an example from my own life. So recently, I started my own coaching program. Congratulations to me. I started my own coaching program. If you didn't know, I've been doing YouTube and giving advice, basically doing life coaching in one way or another since 2020. I've been doing self-improvement type content, giving people advice, helping people transform their lives since 2020. It is 2025 as I'm filming this. Why did it take me so long to start my own coaching program? The reason why it took me so long was because I had limiting beliefs regarding other people's willingness to purchase said coaching programs. Because I myself was not willing to invest in coaching programs or courses or anything that involved education in exchange for money. You see, I'm a college dropout. And a big part of the reason why I dropped out of college was because I felt like I was being scammed. I felt like the amount of money that I would have been pulling out in student loans was not justified by the education that I was receiving. And while I do still think that the balance is definitely not where it needs to be, I no longer fundamentally believe that education should just be free. Why? Because I myself have invested in my own education not through college, but through Udemy courses. That's been my vehicle. Spent over $500 on Udemy courses. And I see now that there was a lot of information that I was missing simply because of my unwillingness to pay for education. And now that I see that, hey, I was missing a lot of information because I refused to pay money for it, I know that there are a lot of people who watch my channel who are also missing education, who are also missing a lot of information that could transform the trajectories of their lives simply because they refuse to pay for it. And hey, maybe that's you. And if that's the case, then power to you. I hope you reach the same conclusion that I have. But if you don't, then let's just see where that gets you. Because something that I've observed is that everybody that I've seen who makes money online from selling products, especially info products, such as programs or workshops, or even people who run live events, things of that nature, they all invest in these things themselves too. So in order to break beyond that limiting belief of being able to make money in exchange for the things that you're creating or the information that you have, whatever it is that you would ever want to sell, you have to be willing to spend money as well. Because subconsciously, that reminds you that, hey, money is not just this thing that I need to hoard. It's a tool that I can exchange for value which brings me more money, which I can then exchange for more value and receive more money in return. And thus the cycle continues. That is literally how the economy works. If you want to make money selling things, you have to be willing to spend money on things as well. Because if you don't, you halt the flow of money. Now, this might sound a little bit esoteric because I'm talking about exchanges of value and energy and the energetic value of money. But truthfully, it's not esoteric. It's not even really spiritual. It's just common sense. What is money? What is money? Okay, right here, let me show you. I have, what is this? 220 euros. 220 euros. This is just paper. This is literally just paper. It means nothing. It's no different than this token that I received from the bathroom at the train station here in the Netherlands. It's no different. It's just paper. So what makes this more valuable than this? What makes this 50, if you can see that, more valuable than this 20? The only thing that makes it more valuable is your perspective. It's literally made of the same material. It's just a different color and it has a different number on it. The only thing that gives it more value is your perspective. It's the energetic value that you assign to it. So what you need to understand is that when you hoard money, when you hold on to all your money and you're not willing to spend it, what you're telling your subconscious mind is that money is not coming to you. Therefore, you need to hold on to what you have. You need to ration what you have because you are not going to get more of it. And whenever you tell your subconscious mind anything, it listens, and it listens very intently, and it uses the information that you give it to forge your path in reality. So in other words, when you tell your subconscious mind that you are not making money, you stop looking for opportunities to make money. You look for ways to confirm this idea that you have in your mind. And because you are subconsciously seeking ways to confirm it, that's what ends up happening. You stop making as much money, therefore you have to ration it. And because you ration it, you tell your subconscious mind that I'm not making money. And then you stop making money and you have to ration it. And the cycle perpetuates until you decide to break it. Now, the next reason why saving money is keeping you broke is because it kills your motivation. It kills your motivation. And how does this happen? Again, when you save money, you have no incentive to go and make more of it. I know this because this is exactly what happened to me. I managed to save up a good amount of money, and suddenly I lacked any motivation to do anything regarding making more money because I felt like, well, I'm good. I have no reason to go out and pursue anything that involves providing value to other people. And I'm not saying, once again, that saving money is intrinsically bad, but what you need to understand is that when you use saving money as a substitute for making money, it makes you lazy. It makes you lazy. It justifies bad habits. Because ultimately, the goal shouldn't just be to save as much money as you can, it should be to make as much money as you can. Let me provide an example from my own life. So, not too long ago, I had $500. I had more than $500, but I had $500 within the larger amount of money that I had. And that $500 was just sitting in my account. What was it doing? It was sitting. It was making me a little bit of money from the interest, maybe 1 or 2%, like I said earlier. I'll let you do the math yourself on how much money that is, but it's pretty insubstantial. $500, 500 euros actually. And I decided I'm going to take this 500 euros and I'm going to purchase this camera right here, this GoPro Hero 13 Black Creator Edition, whatever it's called, this GoPro camera, to improve the quality of some of my content. Now, when I purchased this camera, I had 500 euros less, and it hurt. I was like, ooh, maybe I should return this because I kind of want that 500 euros back. But here's the thing. I'm about to blow your mind with this one. I have the camera, which is worth 500 euros. If I sold it, maybe I could get 450 for it because it's still in good condition. So let's just say this is 450 euros that I'm holding in my hand. So really, I spent 50 euros on this camera. But this camera can make me an infinite amount of money. I can use this camera to produce content which will make me money over and over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if this camera has already paid for itself. In fact, I know it's already paid for itself. It's definitely paid that 50 euros. So I still basically have the money. I have the tool, and I have all of the money that the tool will continue to make me. Because what I realized was that, hey, that 500 euros is basically useless. It is basically useless sitting there in my account. So instead, I have 500 euros or 450 euros, whatever, worth of equipment that I can use to print money. This is a money printer. Instead of thinking about how you can save more money, start thinking about how you can make more money, because you can only save up to the amount that you're spending. So, for example, if your current expenditures are $2,000 a month, you can only save up to $2,000 a month. So you're limited. But when it comes to increasing your earnings, there is no limit. There's no cap on that. You can earn $200,000, $2 million, $200 million a month. How do I know this? Because there are other people already doing it. Am I one of those people? No, I'm not making $200 million a month. But I am making money, more money than I would have been making had I not invested in myself. With not only that equipment, but all of the valuable information that I have invested in throughout the past couple of years. Information about copywriting, online marketing, information about life coaching. I'm working on getting my life coaching, my master life coaching certification right now. That's an investment in myself, which will allow me to make more money. Why would I want to save that $50 or $100, whatever I spent on those courses, when I could use that money to get a money printer? It doesn't make sense. Stop thinking that saving your money is going to make you rich. It's not. It's going to make you miserable. It's going to make you afraid. You're going to operate from a defensive posture. And that's not how you want to operate in this life. I learned that the hard way. Invest in yourself. And if you don't currently know what to invest in to increase your value in the marketplace, then click the link in the description and learn more about my brand new coaching program, because in that coaching program, I will be providing everything that I know about how to become somebody who can literally print money. I'm not promising that you'll get rich. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not promising that you'll make $10,000 a month in 30 days, because I myself have never made $10,000 in a month, at least not yet. But what I can promise is that you will become a more valuable person. You'll become more valuable in your work life. You'll become more valuable in your dating life. You'll become more valuable in the grand scheme of life. If that sounds even remotely interesting to you, then click the link in the description, because I have 20 spots available this week. And once they fill up, they're full. And that's that, because I can only handle so many people, because I want to provide premium service. Click the link in the description to learn more so that you can become somebody who prints money.